Greetings from Lake County, Illinois, just south of the Cheddar Curtain. Today's Metroflex at Home will cover delegated design. I'm Marty Rogan, Engineering Manager at Metroflex. You may have seen this in the expansion joint section of project specs, where the engineer of record requires delegated design submittal for the expansion joint layout, including all anchors and guides. Further, the spec also requires a professional engineer to sign and seal the design. Metroflex does this. What is delegated design? It is when the engineer of record delegates the pipe expansion responsibility to the contractor. Delegated design is not confined to only pipe expansion. There are several other building system designs that may also be delegated to the contractor. Vibration isolation and fire protection systems are examples of systems commonly delegated to the contractor. When a contractor signs off on the contract, they assume the responsibility and the risk involved with the design. For a pipe expansion delegated design, the project team and building owner rely on Metroflex and our reps to get the design right. Why use it? There are several good reasons. First is to keep up with the most current codes and standards. Manufacturers are going to be the most up-to-date on revised codes and standards for their products. Second, technology evolves rapidly. It is nearly impossible to be expert on every component going into a building. And third, delegating can save valuable time and keep a project on schedule and within budget. Remember that a delegated design is a process, not just a stamp. It will require close coordination between all parties involved. To be successful, a delegated design requires communication between the designers, installers, Metroflex reps, and Metroflex account managers. The most critical part of the process is to get the design inputs correct. This is where Metroflex must rely on our reps to verify the input information, define the scope of the project, and determine the type of analysis. This is important because some of the information will not be included in the project specs. The Delegated Design Criteria Sheet is the most important document for the project. It contains all the required information in one place and is completed by the customer. The Delegated Design Criteria Sheet is divided into 3 sections. The top section contains relevant project information, the center section contains information about the systems to be analyzed, and the bottom section is for seismic and settling information. So what's the big deal about a stamp? Does the stamp mean the layout is correct and it will work perfectly? No. By sealing a drawing or a calculation, Metroflex takes responsibility for the pipe expansion design. The engineer of record, the person who stamped the plans, still has ultimate responsibility for the project. Paraphrasing most state laws, stamping a drawing shows that the design was done under the direct supervision of the person named on the stamp. Delegated design can involve 3 levels of effort. The least involved will be hand calculations with a stamped cover letter. The most common is the drawing markups and spreadsheet listing all expansion joints and movements plus simple anchor loads. The most involved project may require detailed anchor loads and a complete stress analysis. For these projects, Metroflex uses K-pipe analysis software. Here's an example of a stamped cover letter. Notice that all the inputs from the Delegated Design Criteria Sheet are listed on the cover sheet. This is an example of the drawing markups. Each anchor location, guide, and expansion joint is identified on each sheet. This is the spreadsheet identifying each expansion joint. It is much more than a schedule since the spreadsheet also calculates the movements and simple anchor loads for each joint. And finally, here is a screenshot of a software analysis, the most involved delegated design option. Thanks for watching. Keep your distance and avoid germs.